Oh, I don't know what happened there. Why did it cut off? Hello, hello, hello. Hold on. Let me see what happened. What happened? What happened? It shouldn't have cut off. Let's run this. Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hey, Trina, Ray, Queen, of course. Hey, Gaia Love, how you been doing, sweetie? Josh, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to come on here and chat. I haven't been here in a while. You know, I don't come on here very much. So I said today, I guess I'll come on and say a little something, something. You know, I'm not talking about over there. So I don't know if you guys heard about John Amos. I really wanted to talk about that. That baffles me. John Amos and again, this Jackie O. You know, there's a lot of narratives being spun about this Jackie O. I don't know. I just wish women would elect to love themselves and be happy. But if they choose to do cosmetic surgery, that's on them. But I mean, it's a lot of narratives being spun. But I did see a video where she said she didn't care what anyone said, that she was electing to get surgery on her own. It wasn't to please a man, you know, it wasn't to please the industry. It was strictly because of her. But this was her third mommy makeover. After each baby, she got a mommy makeover. So I don't know. Yeah, he's in the hospital. Now, this John Amos thing I wanted to get on here and talk about because that really bothers me, you know, because I know there is a lot of elderly abuse going on. And it's just sad that someone who was an actor who should have money, that, or probably perhaps he do have money, end up in this type of situation, you know. But again, you have family dynamics. You have the sister saying one thing, that he's being abused. She never stated who he was being abused by, who was supposedly be taking care of it. But from other uh videos I've watched, it sound like it's her and the brother feuding, and she's saying that the brother perhaps is extorting him or exploiting him and abusing him, extorting him out his money somehow. I'm sure that man had to have some type of money because he didn't only do good times, he did several roles. Hey, Job Baby, thank you so much for joining me last time. I really, really enjoyed you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sister. I didn't get to do a shout out to you. You know how I do the little shout out videos, but thank you so much, love, for joining. So I'm wondering what y'all think. If anyone, if you heard about this John Amos thing. Like I said, it bothers me because it's a lot of elderly abuse going on, and a lot of time it's family members. And when you get old, you tend not to tell anyone because you are afraid that the person who abusing you may continue or abuse you worse if you told anyone about the abuse that you're suffering at the hands of healthcare workers or perhaps family members. So I don't know. The sister did start a GoFundMe because she's trying to get money to seek legal advice, you know, to help her with this. But it's just so strange. Like I said, I didn't get too in depth in it, but it sounds like it's the brother and sister going at it. You know, she lives in another area, and perhaps he was living with the brother, but he was in ICU. He was in ICU. I don't know if he's out yet because I didn't look for the update. I was just telling Diva about it. That's really sad. I don't know if she's saying that the brother or perhaps a healthcare worker. I heard a little bit. You guys could check out Comedy Hype. Comedy Hype has her videos, and from the beginning, he's saying that it's family dynamics. Now we all know a lot of us have some type of family dynamics. The brother don't get along with the sisters don't get along with the sisters, and so forth and so on. It happens in a lot of families. So I don't know if she's saying that the brother is abusing him and perhaps taking his money, but he is in ICU. And when he went to ICU, apparently, allegedly, they saw multiple bruises and stuff on him, like he's being abused by someone. Now, I'll try to get in depth, but I've been working. Hey, listen, I told y'all that I was starting a new job, and I went into the office and got out the hospital, and it's much better. I really enjoy it, really, really, but I will be working 12 days straight. So I'm a little tired. I haven't been able to be on YouTube to research anything because I've been busy working. I went from 5 8-hour shifts to 2 12-hour shifts, back to 5 8-hour shifts. But I won't be doing that all the time. I just did it this week, and I worked my weekend at the hospital because I didn't just want to leave them hanging, because people don't want to work the weekends. So I was scheduled to work, and I went in there and did my weekends, but I think I'm going to resign from there. I just wanted to make sure I liked the other job before I up and leave the job that I have been in for years. So with that being said, I haven't been able to really be nosy. So I don't know the ins and out of it, but I just caught a video from, I think it was Comedy Hype, that was talking about this daughter. She had posted on her IG or her social media site that her father was being abused and he's in ICU, and that they was taking his money. Someone was taking his money. Now I would think that that man would have some money, you know, even if he didn't have a lot saved, he gets some type of pension, some type of something. He was an actor. But then just because you're an actor, those people we know, athletes and celebrities, make millions of dollars and squander them away and end up being broke. So I don't know what type of money he had. But if you guys know anything about it, you could share with me today. You could just engage, in the chat, and we could talk about it. Now, I don't know. I really don't know, so I can't say. But I just wanted to come on here and see if anyone else had heard about that. Did anybody else hear about that? Ray, do you know? Did you hear about it? Who is abusing? Where is it coming from? I don't know. I would, like I said, allegedly, because I can't say, I haven't seen that man. He is in ICU, though. That's a fact. He's in ICU, and it looked like he had, from what I hear, he has some type of signs that he could have been being abused, physically abused, as well as mentally. So I don't know how mentally sharp he is. He's an older man now. So I don't know if he has suffered some type of dementia or something. So I don't know, but he is being abused. Besides that, no, you haven't heard anything about the abuse. Yeah, check it out, Ray. Ray, I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Where you been? But besides that, you guys, what do you guys? I know, Ja, we talked about this, and I know last time we got deep into it because we did it as conspiracy, Ja Star, when we was talking about this Jackie O thing. And I've been looking at more and more videos. You can't believe everything you hear. People can manipulate pictures, and they can manipulate videos and everything. And it's always a narrative people want to spin. But I heard that her and DC Young Fly back in the way some. Okay, baby. I heard that Jackie O and DC Young Fly relationship was not what it was all cracked up to be. And when I heard this and I listened to some of it, I listened to way this man was talking. I listened to some of the eulogy. Hey, people deliver the eulogy the way they want. And he's a comedian, so it was a little comic tone to it, but it didn't seem like there was enough sad emotions put into the eulogy. But again, we don't know how people grieve. People grieve in different ways. So I can't say that the man is not sad and heartbroken. But again, it was a little comedic flair to the eulogy. And some people thought that was distasteful, very, very distasteful. And he just said him and his children will go on. Well, you have to go on. You can't stop living. You know, you have to go on. And then you have people saying it was a sacrifice for sure. Now, I had a couple of questions because when I started listening and watching these videos, and I was wondering, why was this lady in the hotel by herself? Now, if I'm going to get any type of surgery, it don't have to be no mommy makeover, no BBL, nothing like that, any type of surgery, I'm going to take somebody with me. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take somebody with you. You have to you have to take someone with you because you'll be under anesthesia. So someone has to be there. Even after recovery, you still need someone to drive you and look after you. So they say she ended up in this hotel, in this cheap hotel by herself. So okay, so if she was in this hotel by herself, Ja, follow me because I know you be on. Hey DC, how are you, baby? Tell Lisa I said hello. Now, if she was in this hotel by herself, right? Which is strange, who called 911? If she was there by herself, who called 911? Where's that person? They never mentioned a person calling 911. Did she feel some type of way and she called 911 herself, or did someone call 911 and split? Now, I don't know. It's just strange that lady, hey, baby, it was strange that she was left in that hotel. It was strange that no one went with her to get this surgery. And she didn't have to choose aftercare. She didn't have to choose a facility for aftercare, but she should have chosen someone to be with her for aftercare. She didn't have to choose a facility. Typically, they do refer you to a facility, after you have these mommy makeovers, these BBLs and stuff. They refer you to a aftercare facility. You don't have to go with their recommendation. You can go home. We know, rest in peace. But Kanye West's mother, she elected to go home and someone to look after her there. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out good there either. But this girl was in a hotel. So who drove her to that hotel? Because now she's still under some form of anesthesia. It just don't go away like that. For hours you are under there, right? Who took her to that hotel and who made that 911 call? Those are my two questions. So she didn't ask anyone. She didn't ask her good friends. We knew DC Young Fly. Allegedly, he was out of town working on, I don't know if it was Wilding Out or something else, but he was not present. But you gonna tell me no one was present? And so they said, well, why did she elect to go to this gentleman? He was board eligible. Board eligible and board certified are two different things. Board eligible, anytime in any medical aspect. If you board eligible, that means you've gone to some schooling and you eligible to sit on the board to get licensed or certified. He was not certified, but he was board eligible, so they allowed him to practice. So yes, he still could practice, but he didn't get the extensive practice. He didn't get the extensive education to be a surgeon who was board certified. And you always want to go with somebody who board certified. He had a bad reputation. Allegedly, he had a lot of negative comments made and reviews left about him and surgeries people had received. So I don't know. But she elected to go to this gentleman with all these negative reviews because he was doing it as a free she was going to be a free promo. I do the surgery, you promote my business. But why would you want to promote someone's business with so many negative reviews? I don't think I would have promoted their business, but that's why she went specifically to that guy, because in exchange for him doing the surgery, she was going to promote him. This was like her third mommy makeover. After each baby, she elected to get a mommy makeover. But she said she didn't care what anyone said. I did see her video. She didn't care what anyone said. She was still going to get this surgery for her because it made her feel good. So, you can't stop someone from doing what they want to do. But now where this part comes in, that she was sacrificed. Now I believe in some of the sacrifices and stuff, but everybody's not sacrificed shit. Now, come on, we can't say everyone is sacrificed, for someone else to get to another level in the entertainment industry. I'm not going to say that. Sometimes people just die naturally, but it's just strange because their relationship was being dissolved. It wasn't as great, and that supposedly he already had another woman, and she knew he had a younger woman. So perhaps she was doing it to keep up with this younger woman for him to want her more, because he had, it was videos surface of him having conversations about women and how they do the mommy makeover and how, their bodies are and how he likes certain features on women bodies who have body, these mommy makeovers and stuff like that. So maybe she felt pressure to keep up. Maybe she did. Maybe the industry didn't, put peer pressure on her, but perhaps he did. Now, I did read, though, where she had just purchased a house in Atlanta, and I thought that was strange that she had purchased this house in Atlanta with her name on it only. So something must have been going awry with them if she purchased this house with her name on it only. So I don't know. Charlene, can you please tell Reed that I am blocked in her chat? Please get me unblocked. Okay, Charlene. They want you to tell Reed to unblock her. She will. I will go to the gym and not surgery. Yeah, I mean, they got this big thing. Let's talk about going to the gym now. I tell you, I hate to exercise. I really do. I hate to exercise. But I know I need to drop a couple of pounds. Plus, I need to watch my eating because I am pre-diabetic. I told, my viewers before that I'm pre-diabetic and I need to eat right and I need to do exercise. I don't like to exercise. I'm going to be honest with you. But they have this new, somewhat like insulin for diabetics that's knocking the weight off these people tremendously. I had a client today was telling me how she started out. She said, yeah, the Ozempic really helps me. She said she was on one other form of medication and then they gave her the Ozempic. She said she lost tons of weight with it. She looking damn good too. She was a nice looking lady. She's small. So we have a couple of people who are using the Ozempic. So when you see someone, sometime you guys, and I'm not saying everyone losing weight using this, but a lot of people have turned to, especially if they are diabetics, they have turned to Ozempic. Ozempic. A lot of people are using Ozempic and you lose weight drastically. Now, not everyone lose weight. They're not going to give it to you just because you want to lose weight, because they have to code it a certain way for them to get paid for it from the insurance. So they're not going to code it that they're giving it to you to lose weight, but they are giving it to you people to lose weight. They have to code it that they actually are they're treating the diabetes. So, but Ozempic is, hey, people are on that Ozempic and they lose it. And so when you really see someone, lose a drastic amount of weight and they haven't elected to have surgery, then most likely they are on that form of medication and they are losing weight. And some people are electing. Now, I have someone who I talked to about, I say, hey, maybe you should just get some Ozempic. You diabetic, and they willing to give it to you. And they said, no, I don't want to take Ozempic. I just want to work. I just want to work it off. I want to do it naturally. And that's the best way because it's a lifestyle change. When you get in there and you work hard, you actually is a lifestyle change. So that's something you'll do the rest of your life. Sometimes you could go on those fast diets, the keto diets, and all the cabbage diets, and all liquid fasting, and all this and all that, and you lose a ton of weight. And soon you go back to eating regular, you gain the weight back faster. So it's better if you just go ahead, get in the gym, watch what you're eating, and lose the weight. but they do have Ozempic. And when you see people who have a large size and they lose drastic weight, if they not going to have bariatric surgery, the sleeve or something like that, then they probably on that Ozempic. They are that or Trulicity, one of the, they probably on some medication that's aiding them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Please, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But anytime you have an opportunity to correct something health-wise without using medication, it's better that you do it that way. It's better that you lose it the natural way by changing your eating and your exercise and that way versus getting on medication, because any medication we take will eventually kill one of your organs. Trust me. They give you one to balance the other. Eventually, this is going to help you not lose your kidney. Well, this one going to damage your liver. That's why they always have to have that warning to let people know. So if you could do it the natural way, do it the natural way. Even if you want your butt to be big. Good morning, Pandy baby. How are you? If you want your good morning, I mean good evening. Hey, Candy Cane, good evening, you guys. If you want to lose weight, do it the natural way. Yeah, don't take medicine for everything. Medicine does nothing but eventually destroy our organs. So, but like I said, I don't like to exercise. I'm trying to watch what I eat so I won't have to, get on any insulin or metformin, anything like that. I'm trying to do it the natural way, but it don't always work because I slip a lot of times. I love ice cream. I love cookies. I love candy, but I haven't been eating much of that stuff because I don't want them to put me on anything. I just know, I don't know, but when you take one medicine, like I said, you have to take another. Then they'll add on another and another and another and another and another. And before you know it, you got a whole damn medicine cabinet full of pills that you have to take. I never forget how my grandmother, she used to have a whole medicine chest. My mother, a whole medicine chest. It starts out with hypertension. We already know that's where it starts. Then it leads into diabetes. If we don't have diabetes, then we have high cholesterol. And those are 3 different pills they give you. Then something else go wrong. And then you'll be on a lot of damn medication. It's $1 billion business. So they always going to point you in that direction. I don't care how honest you think your physician is. They always going to point you in the direction of taking medication. Now, a lot of them, too, will be honest and say, no, I don't really want to give you this med. So go and do this and that. In 3 months, I'll check you. They do that. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up on some damn medication. And it's going to kill your system. Yep. So watch out for that. But, we just need to do a better job taking care of ourselves. Eventually, and depending on how well you take care of yourself, from old age we gonna break down a little bit, but then you got people too who's older and they look good, their memory sharp, their physical body is sharp, they spiritually sharp, they just well put together. It's how well you take care of yourself. We just have to take care of ourselves and try not to get all these surgeries and get on all this medication. Yep. Those are run rampant in the minority community. Absolutely. And it's big in our community. I'm not going to say too much and divulge too much, but let me tell you something. I see at least 30 patients a day. 30 patients a day. And they all there for the same thing. And that's just one doctor in that. That's just one doctor. We have 5 of them. That's a lot of patients. And normally they see 20 to 30 patients a day. I'm talking about that's how busy the place is. And most of them are minorities. Minorities, Black people, us. And then you got some Hispanics, but that's all you see. That's a lot of patients a day to treat somebody for diabetes or something like that. That's a lot. And that is very expensive. Very, very expensive. So the medications that they are prescribing, the industry is making billions of dollars from that. That's just one physician. See 30 patients a day. That's the norm. But like I said, it's 5 of us in the office. So it's 5 physicians in the office and nurse practitioners. So to be busy like that, you are in a community of people who are sick, and they sick with the same illnesses. And that's the sad thing about it. The same illnesses that a lot of times, if we would eat right, exercise, we wouldn't have to be on all these medications. So work on it. Work on it. Work on it. But so I was saying, I went in the office and I'm glad I'm not in the hospital anymore. And I just love it. So far, I really, really love this job. It's, you know what, is a specialty. Hey, Umi. Yeah, hey, baby. Yeah, and you know what? Foods are toxins. Sugar is toxic to our bodies. And from the very beginning, think about it, from the very beginning, when we young, we taken some type of form of sugar. And then we get addicted to the sugar. But they know what they doing. Because think about it, when you think about McDonald's, Wendy's, and all these fast food restaurants, just check this out. Why does a salad cost $13 and $15, something healthy, and you could get a biggie bag with a burger, chicken nugget, French fries, and a drink? You tell me why. It's designed. It is designed to destroy us. And we have plenty of McDonald's, Wendy's, and all those other places. So you tell me, if you really want us to eat healthy and, get healthier, why are you charging so much for a salad? Hey, Umi, yeah, I'll let you know. Why are you charging so much for a salad? But you're not charging me as much for a biggie bag. The system, again, you guys, the system is designed to destroy. You have to pay attention to that. Some things are purposely done, purposely put in our community to destroy us. And that's just the fact of the matter. Ain't no way around it, you guys. It's purposely planted. You have a liquor store in every community, but I could go up in VA in some communities and you won't even see a liquor store. You may see one wine and spirit, and that's it. You come down in a Black community and you see a liquor store on every damn corner. You see a McDonald's, a Wendy's, places like that on every corner, because it is designed to destroy us, our community. And that's a fact. I don't care what no one tells you. This stuff is systematically done. It's like systematically destruction to, hey, minorities. Shit, y'all better get real. Like I said, I could go up in some parts of VA and you won't even see, for blocks and blocks, you won't even see a liquor store. I bet you can't do that in the Black community. We got 2, not far from me, 2 liquor stores. We got a McDonald's, we have a Wendy's, we have all these fast food restaurants, we have it all. It is designed to destroy us. So we need to be very careful. You can barely, right? You exactly, in certain parts of VA. And another thing too, I've been in VA, and here's another one too. And you can't buy lottery tickets in some areas of VA, but you can find lottery tickets. You can find lottery outlets all over in this community. You find them everywhere, but you won't find them up in VA, in some parts of VA. So, isn't that crazy? So again, we need to be a little smarter. We need to educate ourselves a little more. We need to band together and come together so we could be a better community. We so busy out here trying to destroy each other, and with this crab in the barrel mentality, we can't even focus on what's killing us. And that stuff is really killing us. It is. So I don't know. But like I said, I didn't have too much to say. I just wanted to come on and say, hey, your girl is still here. I'm not going anywhere. I just don't do as many lives. I'm going to try to get better, but I'm not going to promise. I know I told y'all that before, but I'm not going to promise. Umi, I am so glad to see you. Yes, girl, I got a job. Umi is my real friend. I got a job and I am loving it, girl. I'm loving it in the clinic versus the hospital. And I went there this week, right? So I went to work my job this week at the hospital, and they are 12-hour shifts. I was dog be tired Sunday, so I left at 5 o'clock. But I think I'm just gonna let them know that the sister can't do it. The sister's not gonna do it because that would be putting too much pressure, too much stress on me too. And I wasn't happy there. I wasn't happy at all there. And I just was praying that I'd get another job, and God answered my prayer. And like I said, I really like it. And I need to watch here as far as eating because every day they bring us food. Today we had the cheesecake factory. So what I did, so old girl like a cheesecake. So this is what I did. I said, well, let me just get some appetizers. So I brought me the little chicken taquitos, right? The little chicken taquitos, I think they call. And then I brought me, and then I ordered a not bought. Then I ordered because I didn't buy nothing to reps. So I ordered a cheesecake. So I said to myself, when I got the meal, the girl called me and then she said, this must be your meal. I said, yeah, I ordered chicken taquitos, right? She said, did you know they was this small? When I looked, it was 4 little, like mini chicken taquitos in there, but they were delicious. I didn't realize I had ordered many. I thought I would get 4 decent sized one, but I had ordered off the appetizer menu. So that's what I got. But I saved room for some of my cheesecake. So I call myself being a little smart. But they were delicious. If you ever go to the Cheesecake Factory, and you like little taquitos, get those little jokers. They were good. They were seasoned too. They were pretty good. So I don't know. But we eat every day. And they do a lot of pasta. Sometimes they do Mediterranean, and then they do, Olive Garden. The other day we had Olive Garden. And so I need to be careful with the pastas and stuff. You just wanted that cheesecake. I did. You know me. You know how I eat junk. And I cut down a lot on me. I cut down a lot. I'm telling you the truth, sis. I cut down a lot. But I wanted that cheesecake. So I made sure I just ate a little so I could eat my cheesecake tonight. I'll eat some of it because that cheesecake is really rich. Really, really rich, though. Yep. I just wanted the cheesecake. Girl, I did. I do. I like the cheesecake. But anywho, Omi, did you hear about John Amos being in ICU, being abused? And I guess he's been not extorted for money. They've been taking his money and everything. You know John Amos of Good Times. I'm gonna drop the link. But I know you ain't coming up, but I'm gonna drop the link anyway because I'm not gonna be on here too long. I don't stay too long. But I said I was gonna try to get a live in. Hold on. I was gonna try to get me a live in here. Candy Cane, thanks for joining me. Everybody, thanks for joining me. I am going to come back on probably Saturday. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, and then I shouldn't have anything to do after that. I am packing my stuff because Diva and I and 2 other friends are getting ready to go to Jamaica again. We're going to Jamaica again. So, yeah. Okay, you saw his son with him on TikTok. Now, let me ask you, Umi, because I didn't listen to all of it. Is the sister saying that the brother is abusing him or taking his money, or was it caretakers placed in his home? Because he still had his own home. So, did you hear if it was the son? Because I heard comedy hype, and it sounds like from the beginning of his video that he said that family dynamics is going on there. I know the sister don't live in where Mr. Amos live at. And I don't know if the brother does, so I'm not sure who's taking advantage of him, who's abusing him, but he ended up in ICU. You're not even sure. Okay, thank you, love. I thought maybe you had followed that. He's in ICU, so he must have been in a tough spot, and he's not the youngest, person. So hopefully and prayerfully he will bounce back. I don't know. I haven't heard any reports on him. I'm going back and forth, you guys, because I'm reading some of these comments, and a lot of times I'll be behind. Just saw his son doing the funny talks with him. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you got to check out his daughter. And she has a GoFundMe. And I'm not sure, but she has a GoFundMe because she's trying to seek legal advice, legal counseling for whatever, for who's ever abusing him. Oh, the son. See, so it is family dynamics. Thank you, Umi. It's family dynamic. So the sister is alleging that the brother is abusing him and taking his money. So I was right, but I just didn't want to say because I hadn't got in depth with it. I just heard a little bit. Let's talk about the mother that was shot by her neighbor. That was sad too, Diva. Okay, let me grab that. Diva wanted to talk about that. What happens is, oh, shucks. When I don't really research something, like I said, I haven't been able to research Diva, and I apologize because you did want me to talk about that. I only heard a little snippet of it. And I heard the outrage and stuff like that, and more of that is happening. So I wasn't able to research it, Diva. But if you want to come up and talk a little bit about it, I will drop the link, or I already dropped the link. That's sad, but that's happening more and more. And when they are so quick to just off you like that, pow, that's something they've been wanting to do. She's been wanting to do that. So she took the opportunity to do that. Now, I did hear, and I don't know if it was from you, Diva, that the Caucasian lady harasses a lot of other children and people in the neighborhood. Oh, they going to remove him from the son. So it is the son, Ray. Thank you, baby. So it is the son that the sister is alleging that's abusing him and taking his money. Okay, you could get that. And that's possible. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. It happens in families all the time. All the time. Elderly abuse is, believe me, elderly abuse is not talked about much, but we have a lot of elderly abuse going on. They have tons of cases, and they have guardian ad litems, not guardian ad litems, ombudsman who will go in. If you make a complaint to the ombudsman, it doesn't have to be a facility, but they go to healthcare facilities, and if you file a complaint, they have to go and investigate it. We had an ombudsman go to the facility that my mother was in because we didn't like the way my mother was she was being taken care of good, but something had taken place. And I was telling Diva when she was telling me they wouldn't allow her to see my mother's chart, and she was actually my mother's caretaker before she put her in that facility, and she was there every day, you guys, every day without a fail. And it was a nice facility. However, something had took place with my mother, and I wanted Diva to look at my mother's chart and to see her documentation, what was documented on her chart, and then I was going to go from there. And they refused to allow Diva to see the chart. So I said, well, Diva, you know what? If we feel that way, because I believe what happened is my mother had a bleed, some type of bleed, and she bled heavily throughout the night. And then that day, they rushed her to the emergency. But prior to that, I was telling Diva they should not have allowed my mother to bleed like that. And so I said, you know what? They won't allow you to see her chart. So I'm just going to contact the ombudsman, and they will definitely go in there and investigate it. So even after my mother passing, and the ombudsman contacted me a couple of months later. But listen, they have caseloads too. They have a caseload. But they did contact me and said they didn't find any findings. And I believe had Diva and I looked at her chart, I would have seen that they neglected the chart that my mother, to document that my mother had that bleeding throughout the night because she couldn't stand to lose that much blood. Think about it. Elderly people can't stand to lose that much blood. And had they taken her that night, perhaps she would have had a better chance of survival. Right? So the ombudsman, if you see an elderly person getting abused or something, you can always call a state ombudsman to take care of that. Yep. Right, when money is involved. And I told Queen Diva, I said, nah, they shouldn't have let mom bleed like that. I need somebody to investigate it. But they should have allowed Diva to see her chart. That's what I didn't like either. Because when you chart something, now this from experience, when you chart something, you have to document the time and what's going on, right? You can't. It's very hard for you to go in there and do a late entry in anything when you document. If you do a late entry, then a lot of cases when something goes wrong like this, something you are hiding. If you don't do a documentation, period, something you are hiding in most cases. So even if they would have did a late entry, I was like, Diva, tell them I want to see the chart. I called up there. I spoke to the owners. I spoke to the DON. I spoke to everybody and said, I want my sister to see that chart. They refused to let her see the chart. And that's when I took it a level up. But again, when they did get in there, my mother had already passed away. And they said they didn't find any findings. And I call bullshit because if you would have looked at her chart, we would have found something. You gonna tell me if they had checked on my mother that night, they didn't notice that bleeding? So she had bled out and she couldn't afford to, bleed out like that. She didn't have the blood to give. And like I said, had I been on top of it, had I been there, no, I don't fault myself. I don't fault Diva. I would have put the pressure on them. But because I did start putting the pressure on them, I believe they didn't want to show Diva the documentation, and they never did, saying that they couldn't show her. And I said, Diva, that's bullshit. If you have power of attorney over mom in all areas, you are able to see her chart. So I think they was hiding something. Yeah, you have to. If you have a loved one in the facility, you have to be vigilant in visiting. You cannot, let me tell you something. You have to stay on top of them. And this is speaking from experience, and this is no lie. There's a shortage. And maybe you want to hear it and maybe not, but I'm about to tell you some true facts. There's a shortage of nurses, techs, CNAs, and everything. And this is really how it goes. This is for real. The person, family member who's there all the time, who's on top of it, and you know they gonna be there. This is unfortunately the people, family member who's not on top of it and don't get any visitors, they go to the wayside sometime. And I just have to be honest. No, it's not intentionally, but just think about it. Just think about this for a minute. And I hate it with a passion. I really do. If you short, and I know your daughter is coming to visit you, your daughter and son, they come every day, and every day you make sure they clean, they up if they able to sit up, and they done ate their meals, and because you know their family is on top of you, you're gonna go to that person first because you know that person family will be there. You know that person family will be there. People who don't get visitors, and unfortunately, sometimes they are put on the back burner, not by purpose. It's just that the people don't have the staff that they needed. A lot of facilities don't have the staff that's needed. And so, again, if I know you will come in here and say something, I'm going to make sure your shit is tight right. Where a person who doesn't have visitors sometimes don't get it like that. And that's just the fact, baby. I'm so sorry. That is just a fact. Yeah. You know, and it's so sad. Some of those nurses have no business being nurses. Ray, I'm going to tell you something. That's the reason why. That's one of the reasons why I left the hospital. That's one of the reasons why I left the hospital. I don't care who you are paying for this service, and you need to get the proper service, the adequate service that you deserve. We need to take care of it. And when you can't do that, I just believe you need to step aside. You just need to step aside. If you don't love your job, and I know it's a lot of stress, you know you working under a lot of pressure, you working short and stuff like that, you still have to try to give 100% care to these people, and it's very difficult. But a lot of nurses now, I think, are burnt out. They don't care the way they used to care. They are there for a paycheck, and it shows in their work ethics. It shows in their work ethics, and that bothered me. And that's for one of those, or for that reason alone. Nah, plus some other reasons, I left the hospital. Yep. Yeah, it was negligent. I knew it was. They are human beings. Treat them with respect. Exactly. Exactly. They, now it's just so different. But again, your demographic area tells you a lot. See, the shit they do here in these hospitals here, in this demographic area, they won't do that stuff up in VA. They won't do that stuff in the heavily populated Caucasian area. They just not going to do that. It's the demographic area. I'm telling the truth. I have been in other places, in other facilities that's not heavily populated with African Americans or minorities, period. And you wouldn't see some of the stuff that I've seen in some of the facilities around here. You just not gonna see it because they not gonna have it because they gonna take care. I remember when C-19 first came, we had different sites, right? We had different sites. We had a couple in Virginia and a couple in Maryland and a couple in DC. So we needed supplies, right? We needed supplies. And the other areas, the Virginia area was getting the supplies. But down here, we wasn't getting the supplies. We wasn't getting the PPEs that we needed. And I was wondering, how come we're not getting the PPEs up here? Right? So I called the representative. I talked to my DON about it. And then I called the representative myself. And I said, hey, I'm not sure, because we're the same company, how this site is getting a bunch of PPEs and we're not getting them. Our stuff is always on back order and we don't have the supply that we need. We're handling the same C-19 caseloads that they handling there. But remember, it was a whole different demographic area, right? So check this out. The representative called me back and he was talking to me, and they start shipping the stuff here. My DON she was so happy that I had spoke up for us, right? Now, the facility that was heavily supplied, someone broke in, they had their stuff in the warehouse. Someone broke in the warehouse and took tons of supplies from them. I said, that's what they ass get. They didn't want to give us the supplies, but they was giving it all to them, and they was storing it in the warehouse. Someone broke in the warehouse, took tons of gloves, masks, gowns, and everything. Hand sanitizer, the cleaning wipes, the bleach wipes. They took tons. They cleaned them out damn near. I say that's what they get because they got it up there, but you won't give it to us down here. Okay, Ray Black is being blocked, Diva. She wants you to know you go to Reed's. I haven't dropped down in anyone's chat, so I can't tell them anything. Hey, Regina, how are you? So, it is what it is, y'all. But we can't be oblivious to it that certain demographic areas are treated certain type of ways. Like I said, they had plenty. We were suffering the same thing. We had loads of patients with the C-19. But we couldn't get the supplies until I called the ass. And I told him, I said, I don't understand that. We need these supplies. And then they did get us the supplies. In fact, they brought us some from VA. I said, yeah. But God don't like ugly and he ain't too keen about pretty. Somebody broke it and took this shit. So that's how it goes. Well, you guys, I've talked about a little bit of everything about my job, about C19, about healthcare, facilities. If you have to put your loved one in the facility, please visit them daily. Be vigilant. Stay on top of it. Don't let anything go by, because the fact of the matter is, if you're not there, most likely will get, they'll be on the back burner. That's a fact. John Amos, I'm going to listen to a little more videos about John Amos, see what's going on with him, and hopefully he's doing well. Again, he is an older man. I don't know the extent of the abuse, so I don't know how well he could bounce back, because when you're older, you're not as resilient as you are when you're young. So hopefully all go well with him. The Jackie O chick, I don't know. She elected to have that surgery, and I think they should know the risk. They should know the risk. And Terry Devereaux, he's a doctor in California. Is he in? Yeah, he in LA. He's been on television and stuff, and he's a top surgeon. And he said the BBL is one of the worst surgeries you can get. One of the most dangerous surgeries you can get, because they tackle so many areas at once. He said, yeah, he don't recommend a mommy mako or BBL for no one. He said, because it's so dangerous. I heard him talking on with Harvey Levine. What's Harvey Levine and that guy? I heard him talking to them, and he was saying that it is one of the most dangerous surgery, and he wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Because they tackle so many areas at so many times. Well, you guys, I'm going to drop this link one more time. If no one's coming up, I'm going to get ready to get out here. I sure appreciate you guys joining me, though. My 11 people. TMZ, thank you, Diva. TMZ, he was talking to TMZ. Y'all could catch that, yeah. And he goes into detail what's so dangerous about that surgery, and when so many women are electing to have that surgery. He don't know why he wouldn't recommend it. Thank you, Queen Diva. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. It's so much happening on the YouTube streets. I guess that if it ain't about mess, you don't get hold on, you guys. You don't get if I ain't talking about the mess, baby, and I'm talking about some positive that's gonna help us elevate or evolve, then they don't want to hear it. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm doing well. You know what? I am happy. Regina. Like I said, I went into a specialty clinic and I am feeling great. I love it. The only thing I don't like is that I see so many of my people suffering from the same illnesses and being treated. And, that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I love the job itself. Now, I may do the hospital on the weekends. I don't know. Thank you, Ray. Ray, I sure miss you. Hey, Michi. I miss you, Ray. I haven't seen you in a long time. But you said you took a step back. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, it gets a little rough in those waters sometimes. I took a long, I took a long break from it. Trust me, I don't even know what's happening unless Diva and I have a conversation. And sometimes BB Nice, Diva and I talk about, but I really don't even know what's happening. Now, I did hear this. I heard about a fight that took place. These two women was fighting. I just don't know what to say, because I don't understand how these people allow YouTube to affect them and words to affect them so much that they take it to a physical realm. This is YouTube. I don't know these people. These people don't know my children. I could never see myself fighting someone over some YouTube shit. Now, if someone approached me, Now, if someone approached me and perhaps they seen me on YouTube or they don't like me from you and they approach me with something, I'm going to defend myself. But for me to go and meet someone to fight them, absolutely not. As a woman, I just wouldn't do it. As a woman my age, if I was younger, I had enough emotional intelligence to know that I would not let these people that I don't know that talk about me that and they don't know really anything about me other than what I come on here and tell them prompt me to go fight somewhere. That was crazy. I would have never done it, but that's how some people get down. Some people, you just can't talk smack to. You just can't talk smack to you. They go challenge you. But over YouTube, and I know they know just as much as I know that several people have got unalived off of this YouTube crap. You doing this, you filming some stuff for YouTube. You ain't even getting paid to fight. But yeah, so when things cross those lines, they cross boundaries for me, I bow out. So I haven't really been watching much that's been going on over here, but somebody told me about it. They told me about these two women fighting. I thought that's some crazy shit. I ain't going to fight it. And I'm not fighting nobody. Now, if you approach me, like I said, and I had to defend myself, I'm going to do that. But me come to look for you over YouTube, they taking this stuff too serious. They taking it too serious. It's so much more that we need to fight for, not over, but it's so many causes that we could fight for that we should be fighting that we don't fight, and we choose to fight over some YouTube beef. Yeah, some YouTube beef. They are unaliving us left and right for no reason, just because of the color of our skin. And we sitting on YouTube arguing, beefing with people you don't know. How can I really not like Ray Black? I don't know Ray Black. I don't know Michi Black. I don't know these people. I know Queen Diva. I knew Umi for one. I know those people personally. But we wouldn't even get into nothing like that for me to even want to, get physical with someone. This social media thing is really taking a toll. But I remember when I was in college and I had to do a research on social media, and it said it would be a double-edged sword. And so I had to do the pros and the cons of it, and it's just a double-edged sword. It just don't make no sense the shit that people do on social media now. It don't make no sense to cuss and hoop and holler at people you don't know. Shoot, at your age and not your shoe size. Yeah. At your age, not your shoe size. I hear that. So I think I just don't see no need in it. And then I thought the more and more that I watch it and I see some of these people behaviors and it make you so upset, I just say, yeah, it's time for me to give it a break. I'll give it a break. Yep. When are we going to learn to stick together? We don't. But it's something happening, you guys, that's making people so angry and so upset with each other. It's something they putting, is something that's happening. I know the social media is a big part of it, but I just can't put my finger on it. That people are just so angry in life. They so hateful, so mean. It's like they're feeding us something. I know we see all this negativity and it feeds your spirit, so you need to watch it. But it's something else going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's something else that's going on that's feeding these people this, because they acting real crazy. People in this world is acting crazy. They just acting really crazy. But I don't know, how people believe, and they believe in different religions and, different spirit. They have different spirituality. But it definitely has been mentioned in the Bible that the last days will look like this, will look just like this. So it's looking crazy out there, people. It's looking crazy. Well, I'm going to get ready to get off here. I just wanted to come by and I guess just talk a little bit, tell y'all how I liked my new, job. I'm, excited. I'm looking good. And then I get to wear all color scrubs now. I sure do. I don't have to wear one solid color to represent. I unsubbed of a lot of people. Yeah, me too, Michi. Like long time ago. Long time ago. I watched some people, but I never ever dropped down. But I watch very few people, very few, you know. And here's the thing, you have some good upcoming content creators, but it seems like they get trapped in this black hole and it's hard for them to move because I don't know if they're afraid just to be themselves and come out here and do commentary and have 12 people in their chat. I have 12 people here. I've been here a whole hour. So this alone could, could frustrate you a little bit, but it doesn't me because I already know what I stand for. I already know the direction I'm going and I'm not turning back. I'm not switching my content. I will continue to be positive. Every now and then I might say a little bit about some mess, but for the most part, I am a positive content creator and I'm not afraid to have 12 people here because eventually that number will multiply if I continue. And the only reason why I don't grow over here is because I'm not consistent. I haven't taken this thing so serious that I could be consistent. Like I said, I would try, but I did unsubscribe from some of the people because it was just too much. Yeah, after that fight did you? Yeah, that was too much. Like when is enough is enough? you know. But like I said, you got some upcoming content creators that's really good, and some content creators that's giving good content about helping you evolve, and telling you about what's going on, but they don't get to play like the mess get to play because this is what this sector is about. But hopefully they don't get frustrated. Hopefully they don't get frustrated and they just come on, and just do their thing, and they will grow. They will grow organically because there's a mess out there. And I don't ever want to be a part of me tearing someone down. I just can't do it. It's just not in me to, tear down people and talk about people. That's just not who I am. I'd rather come on here and do, my thing and leave that stuff alone. So I haven't been, over here that much. And it is the way, let me tell you something too. I could get hundreds of people over here. Is the way I label my videos. If it's not about mess or you don't have certain content creators name in it, you're not going to get that because these people are looking for the mess, and it is what it is. Yeah, I agree. You know what? I tell you what, when you come here and you have an older person, and I'm just going to say this, you have an older person that you place expectations on, you will really get disappointed because I'm like, how the hell you this age acting like that? Saying this. Why are you rocking with these young people like that? Why are you promoting this? Why are you doing all this? You are a woman of a certain age, a particular age. To me, I just don't believe, and this is just me, hey, people are people, they do what they want. But me as a woman of a particular age, some of these stuff I just wouldn't get down with. It just wouldn't be me because I am a woman of a particular age. And plus, not only that, I don't care if I play with respect. I give respect and I receive respect. And I'm never going to let my level of respect go so low that you disrespect me. So even when I play, I'm not playing like y'all play because to me, you disrespecting me, and I'm just not going to tolerate that. So I don't even have to go back and forth with you. I just go my way. Thank you, Pandy. Pandy's a good content creator too. Pandy, baby, you've been consistent. You've been consistent and you have beautiful thumbnails. I must tell you that. I still be there, Pandy. Now listen, y'all. I gotta tell y'all, I can't be on YouTube like I was when I was in the hospital. I can't have my earbuds. And before I had my earbuds in and I would listen and I might drop down and wave to people. But now we not having that here, baby. I constantly be going. My patient load is boom, boom, boom. So I ain't got time, y'all, to be on no YouTube with no earbud in my ear. Okay? Okay? Capiche? Now, Diva used to send me links all the time. I said, Diva, you can't send me links like that no more. I can't do that. So I really don't even be on YouTube. And when I come home, I'm too tired, baby. A lot of times I'm too tired. Today I had to stop. I stopped and got hair because I'm getting my hair done. Let me show y'all something. Oh, girl, watch this. They go snapshot this one because this is a quickie look. That's how I look. Now, my hair didn't look like that at work. Of course, I had it gel back and stuff. But you see how I look? My hair. So tomorrow I get my hair done. So I had to stop and get some hair. I'm going to try a new hairstyle, y'all. They say I don't like doing something new. Normally when I go on vacation, I braid my hair once in the summertime and I wear my mohawk, the same hairstyle I've been wearing now for about 3 or 4 years. So now I'm going to do something different. I think I'm going to get some kinky twist, what they call some type of, no, I'm getting lemonade twist. So I'm going to, have it to the side with my lemonade twist, and I hope I like them because my hairdresser, she say, she tell my daughter, I know your mother's a hard one. My daughter said, I don't even know how you do my mother hair. Every time you try to change it, she don't like it. She said, yeah, I know, but she just wear the same hairstyle. So this time I'm going to fool them, y'all. I'm about to get some lemonade twist to the side for my vacation. I only braid my hair once in the summer. Yeah, once in the summer. I don't braid it any other time. Nope. I don't want my edges coming out like that. And I noticed my hairdresser, she pulls tight too. And she says she don't see no hair missing, but I see hair missing, okay? I see some of my edges missing. So I don't want to do that. But I'm gonna have my hair braided. So I came home for work and then I stopped and got my granddaughter some shorts and shirts. One of my grandkids, my youngest granddaughter. I stopped and got her some stuff. So I was trying to beat it home. Diva called me. You doing a live? I said, nah, Diva. I don't think I'm gonna make it. She said, oh, you got time, because she know where I was at. She said, oh no, you got time to get home. And so I said, okay, I gotta stop doing that though, you guys. Putting off stuff. Look, so you see what she's saying? Love her ponytail. She talking about me, right? She talking about me because I wear my pony. Like I'll get my hair done and I'll wear it out for a month, but I don't have a relaxer. That's why I keep telling you I don't have a relaxer. So, after I wear it for a month, you could tell because I don't have a relaxer. Like I wear my hair out, but in the summertime, you guys, it's so damn hot that my hair may look good in the front, but you run your fingers through my hair, you will feel my little afro. I got a little mini fro because I don't have a relaxer. So what I do, I go to my go-to, my ponytail, and my ponytail look cute. I don't look that bad. I don't look that bad. Girl, he probably gonna take all kind of snapshots of me. Look, I don't look that bad, but see, so I wore my pony, and Diva hates my pony, and I love my pony. It's my go-to hairstyle. It's my go-to hairstyle. And then I went through this period where I was thinking, well, dang, maybe I think I'm just gonna cut my hair short again. Because I used to wear my hair real short. And I believe it or not, I had it short and it was like it wasn't honey blonde. It was like a reddish blonde because I had colored it that color by mistake. Oh my God. Colored my hair myself one time and it came out like a orange. It was supposed to be blonde, but it came out like a orangish color. But when my hairdresser, when he cut it and bumped it, it looked real nice. I mean, that color looked real sweet on me. So I was debating on whether I was gonna cut all my hair off again. But then I said, damn, if you do that, then you ain't gonna have a go-to hairstyle. You won't be able to have a pony. And short hairstyles too, baby. You got to go to that hairdresser like every week, every other week. And I just didn't find time in that. And that in between, you know how you get that in between? Like it's not short, but it's medium, and you can't put a ponytail, you can't do nothing with. So I just said, I don't think I want to go through that period again. But a lot of times I just be wanting to whack my hair off and wear my short hair again. Maybe I'll try to find a picture of me when I had really short hair, upload one. And then too, you got to watch your face too. I can't have these double chins and stuff going on, looking all fat in the face. So I don't know. You guys, I've been on here an hour, 12 minutes, and now I'm just talking. I'm talking just to be talking. But I enjoy myself when I come on here. I do. I enjoy myself. Last live though, Ja Star, she was up here and she was like my little co-host. I really appreciate that, Ja Star. But we was talking conspiracy. We was talking conspiracy, and old girl must have been watching every video I was watching because she was on top of it. She really was. You guys, if you haven't subscribed to Pandy Hair Candy and More, check her out. She do motivational shorts too. I'm gonna start doing shorts when I learn get the real hang of it. I'm gonna start doing shorts. You love my content? Thank you, baby, for dropping down. I just be me. I said, Tiva, if you come on here and just be you, you got solid people. Some of my people I know are solid. Like they don't drop down. And then sometimes people drop down that I don't know listen to me. And they say, they enjoy me. And I appreciate that. I just think you have to keep grinding at it, baby. You have to keep grinding at it. And I haven't had time. And I know at one point, it was a while back though, I did get a little frustrated because I was coming on here to uplift, motivate people, and try to help us evolve as a people, and they just don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear that. But the more you stay on, the more people will come. And I've never seen that person. I just continue to do my thing. I'll be all right. So I won't be back on, I think, until Saturday, unless I got something good, unless we have something to talk about. I think I told y'all before, for those who's been listening to me in my last couple lives, I am taking a turn. I am going to start doing, content like world news, not world news. Yeah, you would call it world news, but community news. What's happening in our community. Like, I'm sorry, Diva, I apologize to you because I didn't have time to research the lady who was unalived. I believe she was unalived by the Caucasian lady for knocking on her door, trying to get her children's iPad. I knew it was a trending topic, but I wasn't able to keep abreast of it. So, and I'm going to try to work on more video uploads. Like I was trying to upload the John Amos video, daughter, and his son, but I was short on time and I didn't want to come on late trying to fool with this, so maybe Saturday, whatever we go talk about, I have some videos uploaded because it's nice to see, it's nice to see videos too. Now, I tell you what, I've been visiting different content creators in other areas, and you know what they do? And I don't know how they get by doing this, because you can use the Fair Act, and then a lot of times if you shout out a content creator, they won't flag you. They won't flag your channel or, give you a strike or something. But they do uploads, and to me, they using the other person's videos, and they doing like a reaction, or they talking about, but to me, they using their videos instead of doing the legwork, and I'm like, I don't think that would be right if I just used other people's video without doing the legwork myself. I don't know. Thank you, baby. So I don't know, you guys, but I want to do that because it's like doing a reaction, video. So we'll see how that goes. But I am gonna kind of switch some of my content. I'm still gonna be positive. It's still a safe place for you to come, drop down, engage. If you want to hit the panel, over here is just a certain decorum that I will never ever change because it works for me and is what we're about over here. They are saying Amos said his daughter is lying and he don't know why she said it. What? Okay, Michi. Okay, Michi. Michi, I know you don't get it. Now, Michi, I've been following, you've been around for years like me, and I know you don't panel. They are saying, who are they? Amos said his daughter is lying and he don't know why she said, but why would she say that though? Okay, Diva is the one who pressing me to do these lives. So I no Diva, I can't come back tomorrow because I'm getting my hair done after work. So hello, Barbara. Thank you, baby. So Michi, who is saying that? Mr. Amos himself is saying that the daughter is lying? Because I'll tell you this, it is sad. I'll tell you this. Now, I'm going to speak about my father right quick. Yeah, Diva, I'm going to tell a story. So my dad, wife passed away, a couple of years ago. Him and my mom was divorced, but he's my dad. So his wife passed away maybe 4 years prior to my dad getting like really sick, and he was getting sick, right? And he had her nephew. Now, my dad really loved her nephew for freaking what? I don't know. But Diva didn't care for him. I didn't care for him because we saw that he was neglecting my dad. But every time we talked to my dad act like everything was okay. Diva make cake. She go up there and she didn't like what she see, but you couldn't tell dad nothing because he really loved this guy, right? He loved this guy. And Diva was saying how she thought he wasn't taking care of dad. So make a long story short, because it got deep, right? So dad gets really sick and dad goes to the hospital. Then dad come home, right? The guy is not there. He's supposed to be living with dad, caretaking for dad, besides Diva. But he's living with dad because it was the wife's nephew and they just loved him dearly. What for? Shit, I don't know. Anywho, we thought that he was neglecting my dad, and we even said that he was neglecting my dad, and we spoke to people about him neglecting my dad, but my dad would not say so. So my dad will not say he was neglecting him, you know. But so when we go up there, when Diva go up there, sometime my dad hadn't eaten yet. My dad was still in his chair. But when when Diva mentioned it to dad would not say a word. And I was telling Diva, so when dad passed away and I went to Jersey, and I go in and I see dad's room. Dad's room is a mess. Where the hell my dad slept up, I don't know. However, I don't even know how my dad got around that house. So when the family, my dad daughters came and we go to dad's house and we saw it was a complete mess. My dad was being totally neglected. So we took pictures. Oh God, Diva, should I just tell them the whole thing? Well, shit, let me just tell y'all the whole thing. So now we are heated, and it's 5 of us. Okay, it's 5 of us. It's 4 girls, right? So now we are heated. We go to dad's house, and his house is a mess. We don't even know how dad was living in there, but dad would never talk against this guy. And so I don't know if dad was afraid to say something against him. And the reason why I'm saying is because of this statement. And I made the statement early. Sometimes elderly people are afraid to talk against their abusers, right? Other people may see they being abused or neglected or something, but they are afraid to speak against them. And I don't know if they in fear that perhaps they will continue to abuse them if we don't take them out of that situation, right? So my dad's house was man, I don't even know how dad got around there. Come to find out, it was mice. So we freaking live it now. And I'm not going to use no cuss words. I'm going to try not to. We were so freaking livid. So the dude was at the funeral. His 2 daughters who was grown, they was young girls like 20 or something like that. And my sisters, my niece and stuff, my nephew. And so I got a niece who just shit when she have to, professional, educated, but it get buck with you when she have to, and she don't mind fighting, right? So we in my dad's house, we looking through all the pictures and memories, and we talking. and him and his daughters walk in the house. So when they walk in the house, they made a statement like this, like, it sure is crowded in here, some shit like that, right? So Diva says, yeah, it sure is. We at our dad's house, after his funeral. So the little girl says something, 20 years old, how old she was in her 20s. She said something to Diva, and my niece said, hey, don't come in here disrespecting my aunt, or don't talk to my aunt disrespectful. Then the little girl said, I could say what the F. Before I knew it, you guys, my niece had picked this girl up, and my sister's sitting on a chair with her dog and the kennel in front of the little kennel in front of him, and I'm sitting on a chair, and they sitting on. Before I knew it, my niece had grabbed the girl, picked her up, and threw her against the glass table. Glass shattered everywhere. My sister grabbed the door. The fight, oh man, everybody just started fighting. My sister started fighting the girl and the girl father, and it was this big thing. And now, mind you, we up in this Caucasian like area, and when they come deep. They don't play, right? In Union, New Jersey. So the fight, they was fighting and shit. I was like, oh my gosh, I ain't come here to go to jail. I'm looking for my shoes because there's glass everywhere. And I'm like trying to break up the fight. Then they threw my older sister up against the wall. So it was a big mess. I mean, it was a mess. A big fight broke out, and I was like, whoa. So I was like, damn, I ain't come up here to go to jail because I already know them Caucasian cops coming deep. They coming deep when they in Union. I don't know if y'all know Union, Jersey, but they don't play. And I was like, damn. So I said, this girl, she couldn't find her keys. My niece had snatched her weave out. She was looking for her weave and her keys. My niece was beating the shit out of that girl. And then they started beating the father because the father was trying to break it up. Then my brother-in-law jumped in it. Girl, it was a mess. And then my nephew, who's probably like maybe 6'2", maybe 500 pounds. My nephew comes in the house, and then he started getting into. Oh, it was such a damn mess. I was a wreck. I said, oh my gosh, we gonna go to jail, And so I'm saying, move my nephews, get my nephews, because and my brother-in-law was cool, but get my nephews, because the first thing they gonna do is come in and see these big black men, right? And they intimidated, right? And so shit could have happened. And so it just went wild. But I said that to say this. He was not taking care of my father. Sometimes he wouldn't even be there. But my father would not tell us. He refused to tell us. Diva would go up there, and my dad act like everything was okay. He would be in his chair, and oh yeah, I'm gonna eat, or somebody from the church brought me something to eat, I'm fine. Oh, he's at work, or da 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 da. And so a lot of times elderly people will suffer abuse at the hands of people they supposedly love them. Not only healthcare workers, but family members, and they are afraid to say something. Why? That couldn't have been my dad years ago. My dad would have said something. He would have cussed and everything. He was just a different man, and it happens to some of the best of us, That brings out the worst, and people hold on to the memories. I could not believe that girl walked in there like that, but my niece was like, who you talking to? And baby, and then the girl called the police. I said, she's calling the police, y'all. Let's give her back a key. So I'm looking for a key. My niece is, she got the weave and the keys, and I'm looking all over. Hey, I said, baby, just go outside. Go outside, and I'll bring your keys and your weave. Because that's what she was looking for, wasn't she, Diva? She was looking for keys and weave. So I did get the keys. My niece, that quick, had went in the bathroom or went wherever, put all this soap and vegetable oil or some type of oil in that girl's weave and cut it up. I was like, oh my God. So I go out to the car to talk to the girl, right? So I'm the, sensible. I'm like, listen, baby, let's just go. I said, just go ahead. I'm going to bring your keys out, and I'll bring your weave and your purse. Her girlfriend said she had a purse. I said, but y'all just don't come back in the house. Just stay right here. She, no, I want my weave and I want my effing keys and this and that. And her girlfriend is telling her, hey, this lady is talking nice. Just calm down, calm down. Because then she started yelling at me, and I said, listen, baby, we're not about to do all that, right? So they call the cops, and the cops come. No one got arrested. Didn't no one get arrested, but the cops was looking for the girl weave. Girl, I'm telling y'all, her weave. And I had given her keys, but she came back there to get her weave. Now, here's the kicker. It's our father, right? Now, all of us are saying it's our father. He's being neglected. Look how so-and-so, he was being neglected and so-so. Do you know the police made us leave? The police made us leave. I said that was all she wrote. Hey, Jazz, hey, baby. Yep, the police made us leave because he had been living there with my dad. He had mail, he had keys, and he had been there that long time. They asked us to leave, and they allowed him back in the house while they put us out. That shit was unbelievable. I said, that's all she wrote. That's enough for me. I said, baby, let me get my stuff and go ahead and get back to Maryland. I said, that's crazy. They put us out. Didn't they, Diva? My niece handled that little disrespectful beast. So, oh, baby, when I said she slammed her through that table, I was like, oh, God. That was a crazy night. And all we was going to do is go to my dad's house, get a couple of drinks, and chill. That's all we was going to do. And I told Diva and my sisters, and then when we was talking, I said they came here with a purpose. That's why she came in first before her dad, because she thought she was Billy Badass and that she was going to come in. And so they came there, with ill intentions, and we dusted them off. Yeah, oh man, all of us was in it. Oh, my cousin, she was kicking and hitting her. I mean, they was all over the floor just beating that little girl down. And you know what my cousin said to me? Guess what she said to me? I'm going to say, Tiva. She said, I just knew, Tiva, you was going to jump in it. Well, she called me Thumbelina. She said, Thumbelina, I just knew you was going to jump in and start. She said, because you used to beat me up when I was young. I said, no. I'm 60 years old. What I look like, trying to fight. And I was telling my sister, yeah, I'm not up here trying to fight, baby. I'm trying to make it back home. I don't want these folks to lock us up here, and I didn't want them to lock up my nephews. Then check this out. The story didn't stop there. This little heifer goes and call some thugs. So oh man, this shit got so wild. Yeah, it got so wild. So I told you about my niece. My niece is 40 years old, but she just could be real ghetto and thuggish, and she hang around with some thugs. So this chick calls some thugs. So they come, we getting our stuff, and I'm telling my oldest sister, because she has started standing, just get your stuff, sis. Just collect your stuff and let's just go. We don't want no problems. We'll go over my niece's house and finish this up, but just get your stuff. Let them have this damn house, right? So she calls these young boys, and these young boys come, and I guess they was calling themselves protecting her. Then my niece calls her people. And so now she about to have these thugs. I said, hold up, y'all. We don't need to do all that. Let's just not do all that, you guys. That's just too much, because somebody's gonna really get hurt, And I don't know, but we told the police, because the police was there, and we told them, said, look, she done went and got somebody. I said, these young men wasn't in the car. After this done dissolved, we tried to dissolve. She done came, and she done went and got somebody else, called some other people there. And then my niece was like, no, well, I'm about to call boo, boo, boo. And they gonna be up here, and they ain't gonna come nice. And I was like, damn, I just want to get back home. I just want to get back home. That's all. I just came to pay respect, to lay my father down, speak with my sisters and stuff and go. But it was a mess. Yeah, I told them the police put us out the house. How did y'all get them? How did y'all get them out of your house? Your dad's house? We never did. We never did, baby. That's a story of another time. It's in litigations. Just let me tell you like that. It's in litigations. So it's still in litigations, and that's been about a year now. My dad has passed away, but it was, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. They came quick. They did. And I just didn't want anything to happen to my nephew. I was more worried about my nephews. So I was like, nah, man, let's just go, y'all. Let's just go. So we went and we left. But yeah, it's in litigation. Our family's still in litigation with the house situation and everything. It was a mess. But I'm going to end this here. I'm going to end this with this one, and I'm going to get out here. Put everything in writing. Put everything in writing. You keep a copy and give someone else you trust, or put in a safe deposit box, because some things could be changed. And we're not the only one experience this. A lot of people experience this. In fact, a lady I know who I talked to, she experienced it with her family when her mother passed away. What happened is they went in there and they changed paperwork in the hospital, and she was the last one to receive whatever her mother was giving her. But her sisters and them went in the hospital and changed the paperwork and made them power of attorney. And because the mom was not in her right frame of mind, and a lot of times when you do that paperwork, you have to have a witness, and that person has to be in the right frame of mind, else they will not make any changes. They will not allow you to do any wills or anything else if the patient, not in a right frame of mind. But again, people make changes when you're not around. And if your people don't tell you that changes has been made, you'll never know. We never knew that changes had been made to my dad's will. Never knew until we got there and we had one will, and perhaps it was another one. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's something you want to do. Document your stuff, and you could make a living will now. You could make a living will now. And like I said, put it away in a box or something, a safe, or give it to someone else, So it's in litigation. Yeah, I hope everything works out as well. But it was crazy, man. I couldn't believe that. I wouldn't have never thought that would have happened to us. You hear about it, you read about it, you see it, but I wouldn't have never thought that would happen to our family, but it did. It did. Yeah, we had too much to lose. That's why we all walked away. I was telling my sister, come on, y'all, we got too much to lose. That little girl ain't got nothing to lose. But my niece didn't care. She didn't care at all. Well, you guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I get out of here? If not, the boss said I would be here tomorrow, but actually, boss, I can't be here tomorrow because I will be getting my hair done after work. So the devil is really busy. The devil is really busy, really, really busy in this world, period. And money is a motivating factor to a lot of people's behaviors now. Money. When you die, it seems like when you leave this earth, that you, in some families, is always a fight over what someone could get. And it just not wasn't with my dad. I remember years ago when I was a kid and we had a family member passed away, the way the other family members just swooped in and started going through all my aunt's stuff and taking everything. They was just taking everything. And that's so sad. That's very sad. You know? Okay. So, even though a lot of people don't want to think about it, like, this may sound crazy to some people, but we always have to be prepared, especially when we know that in some cases you have a dysfunctional family, you and your sisters, your brothers don't get along, your mom and dad. You really need to plan how you want things to go when you transition. And you can do that. People buy plots, people write down how they want their funeral, they lock in who they want, wills and everything, do that. Don't leave it to someone else to do. Do it yourself. I know you don't want to think about it. People don't want to think about dying. Like when I approach my kids and say, hey, I got this and this and this, you get, oh my, I don't want to talk about it. Mama, I just don't want to. You have to talk about it, because reality is that we will transition out of this world one day, and no one wants to see their parents transition, and parents don't want to see their children transition before them. But it is what it is. We will die. Surely as we live, we shall return. So make sure you have your ducks in order. And if you don't know what to do, the hospital has people who can help you, or they have people that will help you and don't charge you anything. It depends on what you're trying to do, but make sure you have a will, especially if you have children. Make sure you have insurance. We shouldn't have to come to YouTube and Facebook and all these social media sites and GoFundMe to get money to bury us. We should have that plan somehow. You should have some form of insurance. If you don't know about insurance, you better ask about it. Because that's tricky too. Insurance is very tricky, especially when you get older, and the type of insurance you have, I've heard some nightmares about insurance and funeral homes, and so we have to be careful with that stuff. But it is what it is. We all shall pass. And so hopefully we have our stuff in order. Okay? With that being said, you are so welcome, Unbothered. For real, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like. We're going to get ready to get out of here. I didn't say my saying last time, so I'm going to say my saying. I'll drop the link in case someone wanted to jump up and share a story or whatever. If you have something you want to discuss, you guys, please take a minute to email me. Diva, can you please drop my email? Email me, and I'll try to research it. Or if you want to, you can co-host with me. And if it's something you research or something you want to talk about, don't be afraid to jump up here and co-host with me. I would greatly appreciate that. But we gonna keep this thing going. I won't be here tomorrow, no matter what Diva says. I will return the day after tomorrow, though. I'll make it my business to come on. So, and I'm gonna try to grab some articles tonight or look at something tonight. I'm sick, I appreciate those who shared about the John Amos story. I think I saw someone up here saying, and that's strange that let's see. Let me go. They are saying Amos said his daughter is lying. Yeah, I read that, Michi. Thank you so much, Pandy. That's what I heard too about the daughter. Why you think she would lie like that, though? Why you think that the daughter would just make up that lie, y'all? Like I said, family dynamics is something else. Okay, I'm going to get ready to get out of here, so hold on. Let me find it. I hope I could say my saying. Y'all know I ain't saying it in a while. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs. They are our future. They are looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and drama. I hope you are trying to create generational wealth. I'm sure working on it to leave my grandchildren, leave a legacy, leave something other than the stress and the mess and the drama I've gone through. As always, be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take very much to bless someone. A simple, hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. You have a radiant smile. I like that tie you have on. Hey, can I grab those groceries for you? I'll hold that door for you. Here's a couple of dollars to get you some lunch. I love that suit you are wearing, sir. You never know what someone is going through, and simple, kind words can make a difference in someone's life. With that being said, I will see y'all not tomorrow, but the next day. Please be respectful. They have a niece. I know that's right, Michi. Thank you. I mean, Ray, thank you so much because it's Ray and Michi Black. Thank you so much, you guys, again. I appreciate you. Let's get ready to get out of here.